Before an AI agent touches a real wallet, it needs a safe place to make mistakes. Testnets and faucets give us that sandbox, so we can test transactions, failures, and guardrails before anything reaches production. We now have the two building blocks we need: agent behavior and blockchain access. Next, we'll connect them safely using testnets, faucets, and separated environments before moving toward wallet-aware assistance. AI agents can act much faster than people. That speed is useful, but it also raises risk. A misunderstood prompt, the wrong tool call, or a repeated loop can trigger transactions before anyone notices. And once a blockchain transaction confirms, there may be no undo button. Testnets create a safety boundary. They let you test prompts, signing behavior, tool permissions, and contract interactions with fake value first. So production deployment is based on evidence, not hope. Think of a testnet as a rehearsal environment and mainnet as opening night. On mainnet, transactions affect real users, real assets, and real money. Mistakes can be expensive or irreversible. On a testnet, developers and agents can simulate similar actions using test tokens with no real value. Behavior is often similar, but reliability and performance may differ. Always validate agent behavior on testnets before granting mainnet access. For common Ethereum-style testing, match the network to what you need to prove. Sepolia is the safest default for Ethereum tooling and general contract tests. Base Sepolia fits base demos and app flows. Arbitrum Sepolia is better when L2 behavior or Arbitrum-specific tooling matters. Polygon Amoy is useful for Polygon deployments. Also check practical constraints: faucet access, RPC stability, and whether the testnet still matches current official docs. There is no universal best testnet. The right choice depends on the question you're trying to answer. For labs, make sure students can get enough faucet tokens without friction. For demos, favor stability, quick confirmations, and clean Explorer visibility. For production rehearsal, choose the closest match to your target chain and verify RPC reliability. For agent testing, look for capacity, failure modes, and repeatability. When unsure, start with Sepolia or the target chain testnet. When you need testnet activity, start by choosing the exact network your agent will use. Then get tokens only from the faucet linked in that network's official documentation. Paste your wallet address, complete any required GitHub, social, or wallet verification, and wait for the transfer. These tokens pay for testnet gas, deployments, and transaction experiments. They should never be purchased, sold, or mixed with mainnet funds. Treat them as disposable safety tools. Use testnet funds like lab equipment, not free confetti. Give each agent or experiment its own wallet, so behavior is isolated and easy to reproduce. Record balances before and after every automated run. If an agent accidentally loops and sends 50 transactions, that balance change is your first warning. Add transaction caps, even on testnets, to stop noisy failures early. And when a wallet's history becomes too messy, rotate it and start clean. When you add a testnet to a wallet, treat the network fields as security controls, not just setup details. Confirm the RPC URL and chain ID from official documentation before you sign anything. Use a dedicated testnet account with test funds only, and check balances or transactions in the matching block explorer. Never paste a production private key into a test project. Separation prevents expensive mainnet mistakes. Development and production must be treated as different worlds. In development, agents can use test RPCs, disposable keys, fake funds, and verbose logs. In production, every transaction can move real value, so secrets, contract addresses, dashboards, and tool permissions need tighter controls. Keep separate environment files or secret stores, including staging. Label everything clearly and require explicit confirmation before any production transaction capability is enabled. Testnets lower financial risk, but they should not lower your security standards. Use keys created only for testing and keep them out of Git completely. That means no committed .env files, seed phrases, or hard-coded private keys. Load secrets through environment variables or a managed vault. If a key is exposed, reused, or involved in risky experiments, rotate it immediately. The habit you build in test environments becomes the habit you carry into production. Think of the RPC endpoint as the bridge between the agent and the chain. If that bridge is slow, overloaded, or pointed at the wrong network, your test may fail even when the agent's reasoning is correct. For demos, use trusted providers or official endpoints. Build in retries, timeouts, and clear error handling. Most importantly, log RPC failures separately, so a rate limit or drop transaction does not get mistaken for a broken agent. Once an agent touches a testnet, every important decision should leave a trail. Capture the prompt, tool call, chain ID, contract address, transaction hash, result, and any error. Keep secrets out of operational logs, but preserve enough context to reproduce the run and compare behavior across experiments. Then verify outcomes with block explorers and contract events. Good observability turns the agent failed into a specific diagnosis: what it tried, what it signed, and what happened on chain. Before mainnet, treat launch as a go or no-go decision, not a formality. Verify the chain, wallet, contract addresses, and RPC endpoints. Lock down spend limits, allow lists, and approval gates. Then test the ugly paths: rejected signatures, failed transactions, gas spikes, and provider outages. Finally, have a human review the exact configuration that will run in production. If anything is unclear, do not enable mainnet actions. You now have a safe workflow for experimenting with on-chain agents. Testnets first, faucet funds for practice, isolated wallets and RPCs, and strict separation between development and production. These habits reduce risk before real value is involved. Next, you'll use this foundation to build wallet-aware AI agents.